Good morning, good morning. Sorry for the technical troubleshooting, but we ran some issues here, but we are live here with Sanjay and Rose. Rose, good morning, good morning.
Hello, what's that? Where did it
Oh
go?
man,
Hello.
today's all sorts of
Yeah.
failures on the technological side. It's okay. How are you?
It's a weird thing. If you have two messengers, I have messengers on both phones. So when we do have a third party a Streamlabs that we're doing this from, and on one messenger it wasn't showing, and another one was. So in the one that it was not showing on, I was waiting.
Mm,
So but anyways, today I decided to come cozy. I wanted to have a cozy morning, and maybe that's why it became too cozy.
no, yeah, no, not at all. I definitely was running a little bit late because we went out last night with my daughter. There was like a festival in town for Ethnic Day,
Mhm.
and we were out there later than we wanted to be. So when we came home, we got home later than we wanted to. Not that it was too late, but my wife and I were like exhausted. Even now, like we were getting up at like comfortably 10:30 because we were just like tired. And I get up even earlier. Oh, sorry, I wake up sooner and try to fall back to sleep because my daughter wakes up and like starts climbing on me and talking to me while I'm still sleeping in the morning. And it's like 8:30 sharp in the morning. I'm like, how are you still awake even though you went to bed like 2 hours later than you normally did? And then she wanted to like talk and then like play with my phone. So I was like, here, just take my phone. I need to sleep for a little bit. And then like my mom starts calling her, so she starts crawling over me and my wife, and I'm just like, all right. Like we went to bed later than we wanted to, and then on top of that, um like we got up early, so then we wanted to go back to sleep. So it's been a chaotic morning to say the least. But yeah, one thing I'll say for sure is you really do look cozy. Is it like chilly down there? Is that why like you're in this blanket type of
Y- Yeah.
is it?
First of all, we're getting into the season of the fall. A couple
Mm,
more days, right? I want to say Happy May Bon. Anyone who's celebrating September 21st, it's the official first day of the fall, and as we know, a lot of cultures and religions and they do celebrate this day and they call it Maybon, and it's going to be a lot of festivities going on. Lunar Fair is going to be on. Lunar Queen Lorraine is also doing a huge ceremony with a beautiful, it's going to be a new moon in Virgo.
mm,
Also, we do have lots of eclipses coming. It's been a huge transformational energy. If you feel it. It was a lot of eclipses, solar eclipses coming up too, as well as 21st, which is tomorrow. And yes, please, it's any by all means. It's getting colder. It's fall. It's I'm ready for decorations. I already got my fall mug. It's coming up next weekend.
yeah, there you go.
So, and I'm just ready for all this hot chocolate and the fireplace and fire pit outside fire and just celebrating the color changes of the season. And if you are in this transformational path, a lot of people quit their job or got fired or in the relationships, anything that did happen to you, or this year was a lot of death passing for a lot of people and animal passing. So I just want you to know it's normal. It's a
Mm,
transitional time, and we're ready for our new whatever it's bringing. The life is bringing, hierarchy is bringing. Just, just accept that it's coming. It's a huge transformational season. So
mm. No, I agree. I was gonna say
yeah.
like I like to think of fall in such a way that like it's like fall, like leaves are falling down and like the colors are changing and stuff like that. And I agree, it's like a time of transformation. For me, it's like a time of letting things go, and then just coming back anew and things like that. So yeah, I mean, I like the fall. Like I think everything just looks beautiful more in the fall. I think fall is probably my favorite season because I like it not being too hot. I like it not being too cold, but I also just like how the world looks like around me. Like it's just like this nice little bronze brown kind of color. Uh, and it's like you said, like then we hit winter where things are kind of like beautiful in its own way, right? And then all of a sudden it's like spring and everything is coming back, and it's very
It's a cycle.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, as it always has been, you know. But yeah, no, we apologize for our technical difficulties outside of just Messenger. My app decided to do an update this morning, so I was like, of course, perfect timing. Um, and you know, at that point, I was just like, yeah, it's fine. We're gonna jump on motivation station as soon as this thing comes back up, so we are okay. But one thing we wanted to go over today, because I know I kind of started the journey at the beginning of this month, was just things that we like to do for fun. And this is gonna be more of a I think this episode, if anything, is gonna be more of a personal episode for both of us. It's gonna be more of like getting to know us a little bit better, um, and just sharing things that we love to do, right? So, would you like to do the honors? Would you like to go first?
What I've been actually doing for a last year and a half, I created 4 programs for skincare routine, and for the last year and a half, I've been very intensively and religiously, if we use that word today, religiously been doing my skincare routine, and I'm definitely loving the results. It's been a year and a half, and I could just say like I could just do my skincare and just come out, and it's gonna look amazing. Why? Because I've been working on my skin from inside out. It's the same as I've been shedding out layers of toxicity, layers of everything that's not serving me. That's something that's my hobby. Let's put it that way. I love detachment. I've been working on it for the last 6 months, and it's just, I guess, my hobbies not a normal hobbies, or nothing is normal. I choose a deeper layer of hobbies that actually transform me to a different level, and that's what I've been doing. And I'm super happy that I'm still on my learning journey. The things that I needed to do, if it comes to communication skill, still using that beautiful Smart Me app. I'm not promoting, but it's a great app too if you want to learn something new.
Mm,
There's so many things you can learn.
mm,
You can learn, I don't know, how to train a dog too.
there you go.
you know,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that you can do in an app. And then I recognize that there's so many apps
Mm,
that you can just promotionally pay a couple of dollars for like a 6 month subscription and just learn anything, you know?
mm-hmm,
Mm, and then I was creating my own kind of a system that I've been actually using it for the last month on a lot of my friends that definitely did some great perspective to others, and I see it's working. I might develop something bigger on that level. It's having a dream, it's having goals, and then after goals having a plan, after plan having tasks, and then comfortable tasks when you can actually implement a daily discipline and activities towards those tasks. So when you do those tasks, the bigger tasks are accomplished, the plan is accomplished, the goal is accomplished, and you're living your dreams, right? Not just
mm,
dreaming. So that's something that I've been working on and telling people that get yourself a comfortable task to yourself that your brain is comfortable to do it. And that's one of my hobbies, to actually always create something and bring something towards the people that actually need it.
mm. No, that's awesome. That is, it's like I think there's a fun saying that's like, every day do something different, right? Like do one thing that's different every day, and that's essentially like what you're doing, and that's actually beautiful because I like the fact that you're motivated, that like you want to always self improve every single day, no matter how big or small that may be. um and having a level of structure to do that is also refreshing, because sometimes people wing it, like I wing everything, to be fair. But like, uh, to have that, like, hey, um Like in the morning. Remember I told you, like, I haven't said it in a while. Maybe that's why my days aren't that great. But I used to say get up in the morning and say today's
Hello,
gonna be a
Frank.
cooler day. Sorry, yeah. Let's say good morning to Frank. Good morning to Morgan. And it's nice to see you guys again. And I think I know we have some other tuners in. So good morning to you guys. We appreciate you being here. Um,
Don't wing it.
I winging it for me was fun because like I kind of start taking the day as it comes, you know? Like for me, not having structure to the day is a little bit more comfortable than me trying to plan out my day. For me, it's the opposite, and it's weird because like if I try to plan out my day, it rarely works out. But there's some things that I do, like okay, I'm gonna go to the gym when I get out of work, or I'm gonna work on the podcast after a certain time, and things like that. But like I think for me, the only difference is I like here and there I'll write down the things I want to do, and I prioritize them. Like, do I need to do it today? Can I do it tomorrow? Can I do it like probably before the end of the week? And
Yes,
it's
yes.
been
That's
yeah, like
this
a
is
planner,
how I
yeah.
work. Yeah,
So
yes.
so I started getting a little bit into that, and it's going a little bit better. Like my part, and maybe I'll get into it in a future episode, is um I'm still struggling with stuff work wise. It's a long story, and I'm just kind of writing it out for now just to see how things go. And maybe come October, we can talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah.
But I kind of wanted to stay on topic of like hobbies and stuff like that. But no, that's awesome, and I'm very envious that you have such a strong game plan and a strong like a mindset to do these things, and I'm happy that we use technology, right? So these apps exist. I was using a few apps to help track like my dieting, my sleep schedule, things like that. And I think after a while it became too overwhelming, so I kind of stopped. But I think more than anything now, I'm starting to learn that I need time to make for myself. So I feel like as of late, I've been making a lot of time for everybody else, and not that I'm like I regret it or I'm upset by it, but I don't make enough time for myself. And just doing things on my own or doing things with like my family. I mean, I take them out. We go out to do things. Like yesterday we went to the festival. Some days we'll go to the mall. Some days we'll go here, there, wherever we go, right? But I don't sit back and like do something that I like to do. And I think that's why lately there's been like a lack of not motivation, but I've been feeling I don't know if I mentioned in last episode, but I haven't been feeling happy, but I haven't been feeling sad. I'm like in this weird middle where like life is just going and I'm just going with it. You know what I mean? But like that's why I wanted to do this episode to just remind myself the things I love to do. So I'll start with the very basic one that I think we talked about before, but like video games are huge to me, right? So I play a lot of like when I say I have video games, I have an obnoxious amount of video games. I have a lot of video games that play friends, right? And then I have video games that I play alone. And then there's times where I actually want to play like a video game alone to play the story or play whatever. And there's times I want to play with like friends, but like lately I haven't been having time because of like work, because I'm tired, or like I'm spending time with my family. So then like no one is around by the time I'm ready to play games, and I start not spiraling. I start feeling down when like no one is around to play with. So then I'm like, what do I do now? Like I don't know what to do. And then I'll spend time trying to find a game to play by myself. And then before I know it, it's like I really need to go to bed because I work tomorrow. So then I go to bed. But I used to be able to play games at night comfortably that I like, wow, that was a fun time gaming. Now I can go to bed happy. And it's been a minute since I felt that way, which really
Now it's time
sucks.
to be an adult, right?
Here's the thing with video games, because I think video games have changed the way I perceive the world, right? And I think that's why when doing even my job, I'm able to use skills I used in video games in real life, right? So you play a lot of video games, and it's not just like you click, you shoot, or you do simple things, right? It's more like it starts making me think outside the box. Like, all right, I have a problem here. What can I do to get around this problem? Am I ready to be in this area and stuff like that? And I would easily relate it back to like life. So as much as video games, people, and I'm not bashing it from like your point of view, because I agree from your point of view, you look at video games, you might like, this is just wasting time, like this is nothing that will help people improve anything. Oh, we lost Rose. She was having a problem with it anyway. But anyway, like I was saying, oh, she came back. Let me bring her back. Oh, wait, 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 wait. There you go. I don't know why I dropped, but I will keep this open on the side. Um, yeah, no, I mean for me, like I think video games were just like my escape as a kid when I was growing up because the world was
Mhm.
too tough around me, and I was just really really down because I felt like the world was too tough. But then I would play these video games, and I was able to play these games and beat these games, and I was like, nah, I'm good at something at least, you know, because at least the video games make you feel like you're good at something. They may be dumb, they may
Make you
be
feel like a
childish,
winner.
they do, and it's and then as it might be tougher for you to see from your angle, but a lot of people who grew up introverted, a lot of people who like grew up like not around
Yes.
people, this was their escape, you know. And even growing up, it's still my escape. Now, fortunately, I grew sort of out of it that I go out and like still socialize with the world around me, but like
Yeah.
I think video games did help open up a lot more. Um, it opened more of me up to the world. Damn, she dropped again. Hold on, let me see if she comes back. Uh, Oh, is that why it does it? Maybe it's because she's responding to the chat. Damn it, Morgan, you're breaking it for everybody. Just kidding. Mhm. Morgan, Frank, guys, I hope you guys are doing well. Morgan, we gotta play video games soon, okay? Video games is what really got us connected. All right, I'm gonna keep going with what I was saying though. Anyway, so I've been trying to get more into playing my games that I love playing, um, and like trying to stream it again too, because I actually became Twitch affiliate. I think I said a while ago. And did it drop you because you tried to respond back to the chat? That's Rose, by the way, Morgan.
No.
Oh, okay.
I
Um,
that's another phone, but it's dropped me like twice already, which is fine.
yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, no, I just keep an eye on it. I just wasn't sure um if it was because of that,
We're
but
too cozy today. Too cozy.
that's what it is. Today was the day that like we had to. This was the day that me and you had to like be together, sipping on like apple cider outside
Like
and
just
doing
cozy.
the
Yeah.
podcast. You know, that this is what that day was.
Exactly.
Um, Anyway, no, so like long story short, I was saying is one of the hobbies I did like long time was video games. So um I
Yeah.
started streaming again, and when I stream, it's like people can watch me play video games, people can like follow me, people can like subscribe to me, things like that. And in a way, it's its own way to like make money as well. But I always like to do it just to be like entertaining. And I haven't been doing that as much. So I want to try to get back into it, but I felt like that was fun. I know Morgan takes the time to like kind of check in and like watch me play
Yeah.
too. So, you know, that's always fun in itself. Um so for me, I have to get back on that where I felt joy playing video games and it wasn't like a task for me to do, you know? So I try to find time between the friends that I talk to um for that. And then the other thing was going back to the gym, but that was a tough one for me just because of financial situations. But I'm finally back in the green. So even after the podcast today, I'll probably have like a light lunch and then head to the gym for a few hours or for an
Yeah.
hour. And then one big thing that I grew up with after like a certain point being a teenager was my car. And I know you remember my car because I've given you a drive in that car like a few times now. And I was
I
always
do.
big, yeah, I was always big on working on my car. And I think I forgot the vision of that car, right? So literally, you know, I have my family, I have my kid and all that stuff, right? But in my wallet, I had a picture of my car. That was my
Oh.
motivation, you know? And it's funny because it's like, wow, you don't even carry a picture of your kid? I was like, well, I do, but I have a picture of the car more, you know? And I think I just fell off of like remembering why I work so hard, why I want to do the things I want to do is for that car. So it's funny that like I started a new job about 6 weeks ago, and one of the
Mhm.
guys I work with is a car guy too. And like his car was getting worked on, and he finally got it back this week on like Thursday. And after work, we finished work, we just hung out in the parking lot, like talking about cars. And I was like, damn, I really forgot how exciting it was to talk about cars. And he had like a nice little older car. It was about like as old as mine, and it was like an open top. So we took off like the roof, and we started. He let me drive it. It was a 6 speed, and like it was just so fun. And I'm like, damn, like this is what my old car felt like to me. Like when I got my first car, or when I bought that and I started driving it, this is how it felt like. And like I was just like so happy and so excited. And like so many good things happened that day. And then like I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden I spiraled, and I became like sad. And it's a long story short, but like I just like I don't know, on the drive home I just started having like panic attack. But I got through it. I'm good now. But anyway, cars, right? So like I'm sitting there and I walk back home, I park my car. I went up to my car that's in my driveway, and I'm like, "No. This is the year I'm going to work on you. Before the end of the year, we're going to do some stuff that I'm going to fix you for sure." I was like, that's the drive, that's the goal. So with work going the way it's going, and it's pretty good, and I have another opportunity that kind of opened up to me. So I'm hoping to hear back next week during the week. Not to toot my or shout out my thing here, but like my birthday is coming up on Tuesday, and I'm really,
Yes.
really, really, really hoping that they get back to me by Tuesday and tell me that hey, we want to do another job off,
That'd
like
be a
another
great
interview.
birthday gift.
Yeah, you don't have to do all that. I appreciate you. Listen, your friendship and this podcast is the gift in itself for me already. So, I even told my family like, "What do you want for your birthday?" I was like, "Just give me a cake. That's it. Like, I don't want to do too much more anymore. I think some of my friends might want to do dinner, and I'll see. I just been really tired lately, so if I can fix
Yeah.
that schedule, then maybe. But otherwise, like, I'm just good with simple stuff. I'm not
I,
anything
yeah, I feel
complicated.
like nowadays adults like the best gifts is like pay one of my bills, right? Like
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
talking to
Right.
a lot of people. It's
You
like
want to hear? You
we
want to
don't
hear?
like
You, yeah.
even
Sorry. Go.
if you pay a $50 someone's cell phone bill, believe me, they gonna be aesthetically happy because nowadays with inflation and all that, Also, yes, I agree with Frank. He said the video games are wonderful. They did a study that surgeons who play the video games are better at their jobs. That's actually true, as we've learned in school when I was graduating as a health coach. Actually, yes, video games are great for your brain.
Mhm.
That's a great brain work, of course, in a
Yeah. No.
timely fashion, right?
Uh,
You don't want to do it all day long, of
the
course.
it,
That's not.
it's
But
it
creating that safe space that when you can separate yourself, work, family, and you think that would work for you, give you that
mm,
inner
yeah, no,
peace.
it I think it just it's like Morgan says, it's like my escape from the real world, and that's exactly how it feels. But it's also fun, like when you do it, like me, like Morgan, like the story of Morgan and I started over video games as well. Like I think I had put a post up on Reddit a long time ago, and then like Morgan and I started talking, and then we talked about video games, and like she has an Xbox and I didn't, and I was like, you know what, I'll just buy one so we can play together, and I did, and we used to spend a lot of nights playing video games, and I know like I think between then and now life got busy for both of us. She's out in like France now, and like I'm over here, but we even then with a different timing, we still like if we can make the time, we make the time to play video games. Like just I think Morgan, it was during this week, right? I think it was during the week this week that we played the game of life. The board game, the game of life, where I don't know if you know. So it's called light. It's like the game of life.
Probably the most I know is Mario.
Okay, no, no, because there's board games too, right? So it's a game of life. You play as a character and you choose your path in life. So you roll dice, whatever, and you move, or you spin a wheel and it gives you a number and you move, and you can land on like getting a job, having a baby, hitting weight, like all these different things. And at the end of
It's like
the,
Sims,
it,
something.
it is, but it's a board game. It's very silly and it's very
Okay.
fun. And Morgan and I played that, and we both were like, you can choose right from the beginning. It's like, do you want to go to school or do you want to start a career, right? And then after a while, it's like, do you want to get married or
Oh,
do you want to excel your career? And like as you go through, you make money, you do things, and at the end of
that's
the
a
game,
pretty good game actually.
it's
If you
it's
want
an
to
actual
really
like
want to
physical.
create. Goliath,
Y-
right?
Yeah, yeah. It's an actual like physical board game, but it's also available digitally. So Morgan and I bought
Mm.
it a while ago and we played it, and I think she beat me that day when we played. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun when we played it. And then we play like other games like you can play like golf with friends. We play, Grand Theft Auto. Like we play a bunch of different games. And I remember when we first started gaming, we only played one game. We only played Grand Theft Auto, which is just literally crazy, right? And I was just helping her succeed in like her game and stuff like that. And after that, she actually opened up and branched out and started playing other games. And she's like, I didn't think I'd ever do this, but like with the right company, it's really fun. And that's exactly what happened because we also started playing like Uno. You know, it's like such childish
Wow,
games. Exactly, it's such childish games. So we have a every time I play a
I
game with
didn't
Morgan,
know
it's a
that.
blast. You know,
Ooh,
exactly. So
Morgan,
so
you're gonna teach me on that one, okay? Because I'm
listen, we
really,
could probably play like Uno like through
I
our
don't
phone.
even have
Like
an Xbox.
no, we could probably play like Uno like through the phone and stuff. It's crazy how technology works. But anyway, for us, like I
Wow.
think it connected us a lot better. And then like during gaming, we would talk. We would actually talk about our personal lives, what's going on, and stuff like that. How's work going? And it was just fun. And then there's days where like we would just game and we would just be quiet while we game. But it wasn't like an awkward silence. It was just we were quiet. And then there would be I mean, it would just be like a good time. So, like for me, like video games is it connected me. It connected me with a lot of people, Morgan included, that like I still stay close to. And like I think most of my friends, like at least 90% of my friends that I'm super close with, like even like yourself, right? Um, 90% of my friends are gamers. The other 10 would like maybe like yourself would be like the 1%, right? The 1% that doesn't really do it, but we're still close friends in the other relations we do throughout life. Um, but I like most of my friends that I'm very close with were all gamers. But there was a time that like almost every single night before like I met people like Morgan, I had three close friends, and every single night we would play a game together. Every single night. And this includes two friends that I grew up with, and one I think I told the story of him where he was like a college friend of a friend, and that friend kind of like stopped being his friend after he got married and had a kid, and like he had no friends anymore. So I was like, listen, join my friends and we can play our games. So it's funny because the gaming platform I play, it gives you like little prizes in a sense for playing the game. So it's like stickers or like cases that you can open to get other stuff. And I come to learn that the things I got in the game I can sell for real money, or not real money, like game money, or real money in the sense that I can only use it on the gaming platform, right? So long story short, I sold a few items and I made like $40, like in like real money in that I can use for buying a game. So I'm gonna use that money to buy a game for my friend and I. So a third and fourth we all can play together. So that's what I like to do is like whatever little money I get, I know one of my friends doesn't work, so I'll buy him a game. So then he can join us to play, and then we all play games together. You know. So it does bring a level of like intimacy there where like we feel like it's a good time to game. So like we we'll play and whatever. Um, but it has been a little bit of a struggle lately. But like me talking about it now definitely excited me a lot more again. So I definitely want to get back into that. And then same thing with the car. I'm trying to get back into building my car after hanging out with that. It's like these little moments that like you don't foresee happening in life that like remind you like, oh yeah, you know what? I was on that journey too.
Yeah, so what I do when it's like, I try to separate when it comes to education, work, family, friends, and hobbies, right? So, what one time I read this amazing book. It's the Highest Notes. It's called Highest Notes by
Hmm.
Beverly Sally, and she was talking about in that book. She was visually putting the pie of life, and that pie of life had 8 pieces.
Hmm.
So, and she was teaching how to balance all those 8 pieces together. So what I've learned, that example, it could be any day, but for me, Sunday is something that I do for my soul, right? It could be painting, could be doing baskets, anything whatever your soul loves, like hobbies, right? You want to work on your car, I choose um, Sunday. If it's Friday, I choose something else. So every day
Mm,
I have something for something. So if I know if I'm working on education, I know 3 hours of the day I'm going to be only working on education. There's no distraction, there's no anything but just that. So for me to be able to put those boundaries in between, okay, this is time only with my friends. So there's nothing else but friends, right? Like example, Morgan sitting in front of me and it's just me and Morgan for 2 hours. And that's
mm,
it. So for me to be able to focus on each thing, on each piece of the pie, right?
yeah. Mm,
And to balance that all together, it really helped me. I did that shift a while back. If somebody wants to do that shift and just like, just creating the balanced, safe space for everything in life
mm,
so you don't have to panic anymore. Like, oh my God, I gave here a little more time. I don't have time here. And like, no. For me, I guess I have this like a army mindset. I said it's 2 hours just for this. It's only 2 hours for that.
mm,
It's now
mm,
2:05. It's now 1:55. And if I said I'm not using my phone while I'm here with my friends, that means I'm not using my phone
mm,
because that's important for me. It's quality. It's the
yeah.
same thing for everything. I give 100% of like my own time. Okay, if we're playing game, we're gonna play game for 4 hours and that's it. There's nothing else.
Mm,
There's
mm,
no cooking with somebody. There's no watching a movie. There's no playing outside. It's playing a game right now for 4 hours. Example, use if you want to use this technique, you can like taking X amount of time for gaming. It's just for gaming. Like
mm,
okay, this is like 2 hours after work with my friends. Like every day, okay, this is what I'm doing. But after that 2 hours, there's yeah, sometimes they're like, oh, a little bit more, a little bit. No, it's 2 hours.
yeah.
You got 2 hours of my
Yeah,
time.
no.
You know what I mean? Because after 2 hours, I have another hour or 2 hours with my daughter, or you
Yeah.
know what I mean. So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah. Yeah.
it's
No,
how you tell yourself things, right?
that's definitely having a structure to that, like, definitely eases it out. I think like for Morgan and I, like, the way like I do my days,
No limit.
no, no, well, there are to a point, right? So like throughout the day we'll do our things. So like, I go to work in the morning, I come back, I spend time with my kid. I'll give my kid a bath, or we'll watch a movie, we'll do whatever. Like, spending time together is what I do, right? And then at the end of the night, from the time that she goes to bed till I go to bed, it's free range, right? But I have been putting a little bit of structure of what I do those nights. So like, it's very nerdy. So Monday night I do something called Dungeons and Dragons, right? And
Okay.
I do it with a group of a local friends and a few friends I met online, and it's like storytelling in a way. So like we play a game where one of my friends like created a scenario, and we kind of do stuff in that scenario, right? So it's just kind of like, oh, like hypothetically, like, we're trying to find a murderer, right? And you're in this town. What do you do? And like five of us are just sitting together and like, hey, let's go visit the tavern, and we'll go ask there. And we move pieces on a board, and we go there, and he tells a story like, you enter the tavern, it's dark, it's dim, there's a bunch of people there, blah blah, blah. And then like you handle the situation accordingly. So it's like playing a video game, but not, but like you're talking through it instead. So we do that every Monday. Tuesdays, I have a group of friends that are also local in Jersey, that we play like this scary game where you kind of got to figure out a ghost and stuff like that. But I realized, like, when I was playing games where it would just turn nighttime, and I would just see who's around and play games, it was less structured, and it did give me a harder time to kind of spend time with everybody. Now I break down the time that, look, I'm not free Monday night and I'm not free Tuesday night, because these are set days now. So I try not to fill up my cup that I do things like that every single day. So Monday and Tuesday nights are kind of like, I mean, two, like, like those nights are kind of like non-negotiable. But then I'll leave the time for the other days to do free range, where like either do things
Yeah.
for myself, or I'll see who's around and things like that. But it's for me now, it's becoming it's becoming to the point that it's like spend time with those who want to spend time with you, right? So throughout the day, I used to talk to a lot of people. I used to message a lot of people and say good morning, how are things going, and stuff like that. And I think I more or less I came to learn that
Yeah, go ahead.
when I don't say anything, nothing gets said. You know what I mean? Like so it was kind of like annoying for me to like always be the starter of the conversation. So now I try to make time as I can, but I try to make more time than not. I know to say it. Wait, hold on. Sorry, I'd like to go on the record to say that I love the way Rose says friends. Yes, friends. And then
Oh yeah. Oh, for the hands.
and then I would
I
do
meet
better
you.
than I heard others say it. I need a night. Oh yeah, like Morgan. I think Morgan just she literally plays games all the time, and I feel bad because I always try to catch her to play games,
That's
and
a bad.
I gotta catch her to do that. But anyway, so like I do try to add a little bit of structure there. Um, I'm just trying to be a better friend to those guys, a better husband to my wife, and then
You're
a better dad to my kid.
reinvesting in people that investing in you. Let's put it that way.
Well, yeah, correct. Uh,
It, I mean, time wise.
yeah, no, for sure. So like like I'm trying to discover like I'm putting sometimes I put a lot of time and effort into like just things that like they're not that they're not given back to me respectively. It's just that they're not it's not, I'm not gonna say it's a waste, but it's like my time could be better put into something else. You know, like if I play games with Morgan and stuff like that, like it helps me feel better because Morgan is just like a great person to be around, and I feel better after gaming with them. Like I said before, like sometimes I'll play games and I'll finish them my night, and I'm like I know I have to go to bed, and I'm like it wasn't a good night. Like I mean, sorry, not it wasn't a good night. I don't feel like the night was fulfilled. Like I don't feel like I had a fulfilling night, right? But I don't think there was a night that I played with Morgan that I ever felt that way. That I was like, I didn't have fun, or this was not a fun night for me. There was never a point that when I game with Morgan, it was like that. So like, when I play with my friends as well, like the nights that we had the chance to play, I never was like, even if we played a game and we lost every single game, which it has happened, we lose every single time. It's the experience of the game that we had the fun
But
with.
it's still fun, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So like I feel like lately I haven't been really having that, and I think that's why I kind of feel sad in a way. But I'm trying to get back into it. I'm I'm getting there. It's going piece by piece. Um but
Also, you can
those yeah.
expand the things that make you happy too. Right?
Yeah. No, yeah.
Is there a chance to expanding of the things that we like? Like I try my hardest expanding the past. Like, okay, this is what I love to do, but what else I never tried that might be something that I love to do. And because in life we have so many things, right? Like a million things that we never tried yet.
Yeah. No, so I think that's what I started to do too. So I started to do some filming, which I had mentioned. I think I'm gonna kind of
Okay. You,
I think I'm
you,
gonna kind of slow down on the filming because I want to work on myself before I get into more filming. Um, I actually want to do my other podcast that I'm setting up for. I guess it's not really a podcast; it's more of a YouTube series. And then I'm also going to try uh one day when I get a chance soon, and I want to see if a friend can come with me. I want to try doing stand-up comedy because I think I would be hilarious trying to explain my life. I think my life is funny enough that I can stand in front of a crowd and tell them my story. So I want to give that a shot on like open mic night one day. So I'm gonna try that definitely soon. I just have to
right.
gain
I
more
think
more
the
confidence.
motivation station coming out with the game. Maybe motivation station
There
needs
you
to
go.
come
There
out
you
with
go.
the game.
Yeah, like it's gonna be like a puzzle game, I guess, in a sense. And
Yeah,
yeah,
because
we'll
Frank
figure it
is
out.
ready to play. Have a game night.
Frank,
Look at
it's
that.
nice to hear from you, man. Yeah, I know it's been a minute, so it's nice to have you here for sure. Uh,
Motivation Station is coming up with a game, and we'll play.
we're gonna come up. We're coming up with a lot. We got planners, we got journals, we got merchandise, we got a video game coming out now. You know what? I'm gonna in
And we put
October.
everything we love in one shop, right? Everything.
I'm
And
gonna
then take the people that actually been here since day one, and they also have things that they love to do, and putting that, like, here, this is yours, what you love to do, and here
mm,
you are,
no,
you
I'm
can have
gonna
it. And play
like
games, you have a game.
there's
Want to
things
have
I
coffee?
yeah, yeah, no, I was gonna say there's things I definitely want to expand, especially in our motivation station universe. One of them being like the way our thing looks, because it looks cozy, it looks cute now. Like I have the whole coffee cup in the corner, the little sun in the top right corner, things like that. But there's things I want to build on there that I think will make animation better in general. Yeah, so I just want to save something. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of fun and interesting things coming our way, including our 1 year mark, right? I think we're on episode 48. Yeah, we're on episode 48. We're four episodes away from our year mark, so we definitely have to do something special for that when the time comes. Um, but yeah, I mean, I, I definitely agree that like I mean I love the fact that we're able to kind of share our hobbies and like even talk about the things that we want to explore more. Maybe we can talk about the stuff that we want to explore more on our next episode, which will be the last episode for the month, and we'll finish up with uh, what we want to, maybe try doing and like why we want to try doing it. But I did want to at least expand on that, and then October we'll obviously talk about that next month what we want to talk about in October. But it's gonna be October's gonna be fun because it's gonna be that year mark, so I'm looking forward to that. Um, yeah. I think for me, I guess more towards the closing thoughts. I think it's important for all of us to kind of hold our hobbies and do what we do. I think from today's podcast, I learned a lot more about like each other and ourselves. That like, yeah, it's okay to kind of have these hobbies that do seem childish in a sense, but then they also are refreshing. You know, you feel like a winner, or you feel better, or you feel like you have good company around you, or or the other end where it's like every day you can improve yourself with your hobbies, you can grow, you can become a better version of you from the
Just
day
do what you
before,
love.
you
Yeah,
know.
do what you love.
But yeah, at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to, right? Just do what you love and make sure that you do what you love, right? At the end of the day, make sure you make the time to do what you love. And life hits all of us. Life gets busy for all of us, but always do your best to make time for the stuff that you love to do. Absolutely. Go ahead, and I'll let you to say your
I
final.
definitely want to say a happy upcoming birthday.
Oh,
I want
thank
to
you.
wish you
Yeah, I was
abundance.
like, what are you talking? Upcoming what? Yeah, no, I
Upcoming
forget.
birthday.
I'm that bad.
Yes.
Thank you.
Another year around the sun. I'm wishing you abundance, health, definitely more health and energy. That's
Mm,
what's moving us forward. I want all of your dreams to come true. I want you to do what you love. Reinvest and invest time on the quality things that makes you happy, and that's what's important, instead of putting all of our energy all over. We can just bring it together and give it to when it needs to, right?
mm,
When it gives us fulfillment, not just for us, but it's just like recycle the energy, right? You give and you receive,
yeah, no,
and
it's
that's definitely a huge difference
yeah,
when
100%.
you
Yeah,
receive as well,
I
not
think
just give.
like for me, a lot of the receiving end was always when I was giving, but now I'm like it was a giving out. Now I'm giving within. I'm giving it back to me. So like I'm giving what I'm receiving, and I guess in a sense, and I think it has definitely changed a lot more to my mindset, into my persona, and like where I am now in life. So I
Mm,
100% agree, and I thank you, Frank, for the happy birthday shout out.
yeah.
I do appreciate that. I
Work,
really do.
make money, uh, shape everything that you want to shape, master everything you want to master. Keep working on what you're working because in the end of the day, small steps add up, accumulate to the big steps, and then you definitely see yourself much better. I remember you say you want to look sharper, you wanted to do things, and you're doing things. You start working on your facial, you did haircut and all that, and looking better, shaper. It's just everything that you put your mind into it, you already started doing. Just continue, and I'm wishing everyone just work because work always pays off. Gotta go to the gym, go to the gym. Gotta eat better, eat better. Wanna do
The
your skincare, do your skincare.
the
It's
biggest
nothing
thing
stopping you but you.
the biggest thing to that
You
is I
could
don't
sit on the
think
couch or you could do work.
I don't think people understand yet, and I hope people get there, including myself. I mean, I'm getting there, right? That even the little things that you start to do start making the big difference. And I started fumbling around for stuff because I'm looking for a pen, right? But I think that's what we can
Yeah.
talk about in the next podcast is how much of a difference doing the little stuff that you do ends up becoming over time, right?
Even just
So
a thought.
so even like the what was I gonna say? Even like the little things of like the hobbies that we do, like playing video games and like trying to spend time with different people playing video games and stuff like that. Like the little things that you do start making a difference in the big picture. So next week for sure we'll talk about more of the hobby stuff, the things we want to do, and the little things that we do that achieve the bigger picture, right? So we talked about it a little bit today. Like you said, you have like an app that helps you, like, hey, every day you kind of structure your
Like
days
a
and do
billion
something different.
courses right now, and I'm super
Yeah.
excited for that because it's shaping me who I want to be.
Yeah, but it's like it's crazy that I think this episode will transition well into the next episode because it's like literally like I said, like take an hour out of the day to do it, right? And then that hour every day you're gonna be like, you know what, I can do more towards that. So you start doing 2 hours every day towards that, and I think the next podcast I want to make it more about like how important it is to that like you don't you don't have to expect the biggest result on day one, you know just do it. Just do one little thing, and that little step is going to help you open that door and give you that little bit
Yeah.
more to do more and more and more and more and more until like you hit a point and you're like, wow, I got this far. I really got this far. And I
Yes,
have
100 days later, you'd be like, whoa.
I look at this podcast, like this is like a great example. We started this podcast 11 months ago, you know, and now we're here, we're cozy, we have some nice little some little banter going back and forth. We've had amazing guests, we've had amazing chats, we have amazing crowds, and like I don't think once I ever thought it would get this far, and I know from here we're still gonna be growing. I mean, there's a lot of I think there is a level of like it's not the matter of doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. But it's like we have to add a little bit of more to each day that we do that makes the difference, like if we keep doing the same thing every single day, like just like the same thing, I don't think there's growth there. And maybe an example I'll use is that if I did this podcast, right, and I didn't announce it anywhere, and I didn't add anything to the background, me and you just kind of jumped on the podcast and did nothing, that
Hmm.
um every single day, I think we would get the same results. We'd have the same maybe viewers, and that's it. And that's cool too. But if we want to grow, we have to do a little bit more. So that's why I was like, oh, let me add a little bit more to the background. Let me bring in a guest. Let me talk. Let's plan out the times of what we're going to talk about. So I think there's a level of like you do have to add a little bit more of yourself to the day or to the task, and I think that's the actual growing factor that happens. But I think next week will be a fun end of the month podcast. I definitely have a surprise for October, but I have to wait a few more weeks before I can do it. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be for the podcast itself. Um, Let me see. Morgan, yeah. Have fun heading out to your dinner. Peace and love. Yes, we will. I'll text you. We'll definitely catch up. Um,
Yes, enjoy
and
your dinner. Enjoy your fancy French dinner then.
I
That's
think
for
I don't think I'll
Christmas.
do it this year because I don't think I'll have the finance to do it. But I think either this year or next year I'm gonna fly out and visit Morgan. I'm gonna try to visit her.
She
But
moved there or she lives there or she's
she's kind of there longer term right now. Like she doesn't know her full game plan, but for the time being, she's living there right now. Like with no
hmm,
like end date to come back. For now, for now. So
I'm sure there's lots to do there than here
she
or maybe
the little
she
that
misses.
we the little that we talked, she was telling me that like when she lived in Texas, she didn't do half the stuff she does there, that like what she does in France now. And she's like, in a way, it's been refreshing. She's like, it's making her happier.
Texas.
She's able
Hmm.
to like explore, meet people, things like that. So she's having a much better time out there, and I'm very proud of her, and I'm very happy for her that she was able to go out there. But now it's just a matter of I gotta fly out there and visit her and have her treat me to the nice fancy food and French sites and whatnot. So it
Yeah.
should be good. But anyway, I do
Croissant.
want to say lastly to everyone, again, thank you for being part of our podcast. Thank you for the well wishes for the birthday, um, and thank you for continuing to be following us here at Motivation Station. We do our best. I know we want to make it more lively. I'm trying to bring in more guests and stuff. It's just been a crazy time lately, but I'm happy that we're able to at least still do it every Saturday. And despite some follies and fouls
Consistency. Yeah.
that happen our way, like today, like I don't think at one point I was like stressed about it not working. I'm like, it'll work. I'm just waiting for Rose to join in, and we'll just start the podcast. Like I was just like, it's fine. It's whatever. And it's like you said, we became too cozy, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Now I feel a little bit more relaxed that we just sat here and knocked this out.
We are here. We're here every Saturday. It's a consistency. That's a one habit that we actually been on for the whole 11 months, which is I'm really proud of. It's something it's like, woo, right? So definitely grateful for every person that's reaching out to us, every person that comes to listen to us on Spotify, watching us on YouTube, watching live, watching after work, before work, while in the car driving and watching it and listening. And if you just get one thing that's motivating you today from our podcast, definitely share with us. We love our feedbacks. Yes, and I cannot wait for our 1 year mark. We
Mm.
are creating something, so can't wait to see you guys uh, every Saturday. And we're gonna be here next Saturday, 11 a.m. And yes, enjoy your day. Stay motivated. And yes, life is beautiful. You just gotta work for it. You
Definitely
gotta work for
taking
everything that you want in life.
definitely taking the day, definitely taking the moment. And like I said, we appreciate you taking the time to watch us. So
Yes,
we
it's
just want
only
to
now.
say
Mm-hmm.
cheers. I have my nice little mug here.
Au revoir, Morgan. Au revoir, Chief. And
Yes. All right, and guys, take care, and we'll see you guys next week. But until then,
yes,
guys, have a motivated day and stay awesome. All right.
salute.